My brother, when we were growing up, was sent to Jewish day school, actually an Orthodox Jewish day school, and I went to public school, because that's what you did with boys, and that's what you did with girls in that era, as far as serious Jewish education. Of course, I became a cantor, and my brother is in mergers and acquisitions.
Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharet, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech Malchei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu.
Temple Israel is a very special place for me. It had to be really special for me to stay here for 32 years, my entire cantorial career, and just about the only thing I've done with my adult working life. I actually had never really seen a woman cantor when I became a woman cantor. So I had no idea how I was supposed to dress, how I was supposed to do my hair. My only image of a female religious figure was a nun.
Aviva was really the first woman clergy at Temple Israel of Hollywood, and it took a lot of guts and a lot of courage to do such a thing.
We had no mentors. It was kind of lonely for women. I remember the first time that I went to officiate at a funeral, the funeral director said to me, "Oh, so that's what a woman cantor looks like. Turn around and let me see the other side." After several years, people got used to my being here, and the opposition and the discomfort diminished until it became just like any other cantor.
Aviva's taste in music is of a very high order. She embraces all of the genres of Jewish music, from Ladino and Yiddish to contemporary Israeli to contemporary modern American, and she does so with a zest that is infectious to anyone listening to her.
My father was the cantor in a small synagogue outside of New York, and my mother was the soprano soloist in his choir, so our house was always filled with Jewish music. I learned how to chant from the Torah and the Haftarah from Cantor Charlin. He's a wonderful musician and very passionate about Jewish music, and he was a wonderful cantorial teacher and mentor.
I'll tell you what I admired most about Aviva. She was 125% devoted to the congregation. Early on in my rabbinate at Temple Israel, I was in, I guess, a minimalist mode, and I thought that what a rabbi would have to do is sort of just get up and read the service. And Aviva came in and said, "Yeah, you know, Rabbi, when I sing, I put my whole being into my singing. Now, when you read from the prayer book, what are you doing?" And I said, "Well, I believe, Aviva, I think that my job is to make myself transparent." And she looked at me and said, "And what exactly do you think that accomplishes?"
When I first came, Rabbi Burnett told me that people didn't sing in services. They sat and listened respectfully. so I could encourage people to sing. I had been a song leader since I was 14 years old, and that was really where I came from.
I really learned a lot from working with Aviva. I never really paid much attention to the order of things in the service, and she really showed me how it needed to flow.
She's taught literally generations of women and men, from children to adults, to chant Torah and to own it and to love it.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam shehecheyanu v'kimanu v'higianu.
Cantor Rosenbloom's involvement with the sisterhood starts with her arrival at Temple Israel of Hollywood 32 years ago. Among the more notable things she was involved with include the formulating of the feminist Shabbat service.
I was actually the cantor for the very first Jewish feminist conference here in Los Angeles, the Shekhinah conference, and my Shekhinah nigun was actually written for that conference because we didn't have anything to sing.
Aviva and I had, I don't remember why, sitting together talking about prayer and how to connect with the divine, and, you know, a subject that I'm really not very good at. And she talked to me about the Shekhinah and how the concept of Shekhinah was one that allowed her to connect in a transcendent way using prayer. And that helped me, and it still helps me.
She delights in being creative for the individual service, always planning for the person or for the occasion or for the rabbi's sermon.
Often she'll present a piece of music and I will love it and I'll say, "Who wrote that?" and she'll grin at me and say, "That was mine."
It's occurred to me that all religions reinvent themselves, and Judaism is absolutely no exception. Aviva has been a part of, if not an important part of, that kind of reinvention.
Shekhinah